Okay guys, these are the solutions for today's paper, 17th of May 2017, Edexcel C1. So the first question is integral of 2x to the 5 minus 1 over 4x to the minus 3 minus 5 dx, and when you integrate it you get 1/3 x to the 6 plus 1 over 8x squared minus 5x plus c. Question 2, we have y equals x to the half plus 4x to the minus half plus 4. You differentiate it, you get half x to the minus half minus 2x to the minus 3 over 2, and you substitute 8 and then you simplify. Just go through my steps very carefully. I don't want to read through every single step. Okay, I'll just pause it there for a minute, and you get a equals to 1 over 16. Okay, so I hope you got these questions right, guys. So question 3, a1 equals to 1, an plus 1 equals to k bracket an plus 1 over an, and a2 equals to k as you see, and a3 equals to k plus 1, and the sum of first three terms, which is a1 plus a2 plus a3 equals to 10, and you just add the three terms, 1 plus k plus 1 equals to 10, and it becomes k equals to 4. Okay, so let's go to question 4. Question 4 is a sequence question. So first term is 140, common difference is what we need to find. 12th term is 206, so un equals a plus n minus 1d, so a plus 11d equals to 206, so d works out to be 6 when you simplify it. And then for part B, so you need to work out the sum up to 12 weeks first using the formula Sn equals n over 2a plus l, and you get that sum to be 2076. And then for the sums 13 to 52, there are 40 terms at 206 each, because it doesn't change the number of bikes, so it works out to be 8,240. So the total bikes in 52 weeks is 10,316. So that's question 4. Question 5. So first of all, when you complete the square, it'll be x minus 4 squared minus 16 plus 19, so that'll be x minus 4 squared plus 3. Now at p, x is equal to 0, so that is 0, 19. If you go to the original equation, so if you look at it here, so the y-intercept is 19, so p is 0, 19. And to get the minimum point, all you have to do is make this term 0. So to make that 0, x has to be 4, so the minimum point will be 4, 3, because this square can't be less than 0. So the minimum point q is 4, 3, but if you can't get it from the completing the square, there is a long method to do it using differentiation. I have done it here, but you shouldn't do it because it's long. The reason why you complete the square is to get the minimum point there. And then now for the next bit, to work out pq, you just do pq equals the square root of 3 minus 19 squared plus 4 minus 0 squared. That works out to be 256 plus 16, and that is square root of 16 times 17, which is 4 root 17. So that's question 5, guys. So question 6. So y equals 2 to the x, so that means 2 to the 2x minus 2 to the 2x plus 1 minus 17 2 to the x plus 8 equal to 0. So if you split this to 2 to the 2x times 2 to the 1 first, and then it will be 2 to the 2x times 2 to the 1, and then it becomes 2 times 2 to the 2x, and then it will be 2 bracket 2 to the x squared, and then it becomes 2y squared minus 17y plus 8. So just go through the steps again if you don't understand it slowly. Okay, and then it's just a quadratic. You just solve the quadratic. Y minus 8 to y minus 1 equal to 0. I solve the quadratic in the long way, guys, so if you want to do it direct, that's fine, but don't get it wrong. So y works out to be 8 and y equals to half, so that means 2 to the x equals 8, or 2 to the x equals half, so 2 to the x equals 2 to the 3, 2 to the x equals 2 to the minus 1, so x equals 3 and x equals minus 1 are the two solutions. Okay, so that's question 6. Question 7. So f dash x equals to that equation, and p is 4 minus 8. So when x equals to 4, f dash 4 equals to this here minus 7. So m of tangent is minus 7. So you do y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So y plus 8 equals to minus 7x minus 4, and it works out to be y equals minus 7x plus 20. Now to integrate this, so when you simplify it, it becomes 30 plus 6 over root x minus 5x squared over root x. So that equals to integral of 30 plus 6x to the minus half minus 5x to the 3 over 2 dx. So y equals to 30x plus 12x to the half minus 2x to the 5 over 2 plus c. So when x equals to 4, y is equal to minus 8. When you substitute the points, you get c equals to minus 88. So f of x equals 30x plus 12x to the half minus 2x to the 5 over 2 minus 88. Okay, I might have done a calculation mistake, guys, but my general method is right. If there are calculation mistakes, just do let me know. Okay. Question 8 is a coordinate geometry question. So L1 is 5y equals 4x plus 10. So at P, 5y equals 4 bracket 5 plus 10. So 5y equals to 20 plus 10. So 5y equals to 30, y equals to 6. So point P is 5, 6. So L1, if you rearrange it, it will be y equals 4/5 x plus 2. So m of L2 will be minus 5/4 because it's perpendicular. And then you use the gradient and the point to work out L2. It works out to be 4y plus 5x minus 49 equal to 0. Now part B. So on L1 at S, y is equal to 0 because it's crossing the x-axis. So 0 equals to 4x plus 10, so 4x equals to minus 10, so x equals to minus 10 over 4, which is minus 5 over 2. So the point S will be minus 5 over 2, 0. On L2 at T, y is equal to 0 again because the x-intercept again. So 0 plus 5x minus 49 equal to 0. So 5x equal to 49 and x equal to 49 over 5. So point T is 49 over 5, 0. Now if you just draw the triangle like here, so I've got the three vertices P 5, 6, S minus 5 over 2, 0 and T 49 over 5, 0. So all I have to do really is work out ST because the height will be the y coordinate of P, which is 6. So ST is 49 over 5 minus 5 over 2, which is 98 plus 25 all over 10, which is 123 over 10. So the area of SPT is half times 123 over 10 times 6. 2 and 6 cancels by 2, which is obviously 3, so it'll be 369 over 10, which is 36.9 units squared, the area of the triangle. Okay, now we go to question A. So we have to sketch some curves here. So y is equal to minus 3x plus c. So when x equals to 0, y is equal to c, so it goes to 0c. When y is equal to 0, minus 3x plus c is equal to 0, so x is equal to c over 3. So it's a graph like that. And for the reciprocal graph, so y is equal to 1 over x plus 5. I kind of worked out the asymptotes here anyway. So when x equals to 0, y is infinity. When y is equal to 5, x is infinity. So that means there's an intercept with the x-axis. So when y equals to 0, 1 over x plus 5 equals to 0. So 1 over x equals to minus 5. So 1 equals to minus 5x. So minus 1 over x equals to 1 over 5 equals to x. So the coordinate is minus 1/5, 0. And the asymptote is y equals to 5 because it's shifted up 5 units. Now they're saying there are two roots, so that means you make the two equations equal to each other and then you simplify, you end up with the quadratic here. You can see the quadratic here. Okay, so go through all the steps clearly. So that means b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 because there are two interceptions, and then you work out what b squared minus 4ac is. It happens to be c minus 5 squared minus 12 greater than 0. And you work out the critical values, which are 5 plus 2 root 3 or 5 minus 2 root 3, and you sketch the graph. And it has to be greater. You set the greater region, and inequality is c greater than 5 plus 2 root 3 or c less than 5 minus 2 root 3. It is okay to write it separately as well, so let me just write it separately. So c greater than 5 plus 2 root 3 or c less than 5 minus 2 root 3. So you could write it separately, guys. Okay, if you wrote it separately, it's perfectly fine, or you could write it, so you could write it separately like that or together like that, it doesn't matter. Okay, so question 10, the last question. So f of x equals to 2x minus 5 squared x plus 3. So when x equals 0, f of 0 is minus 5 squared times 3, which is 75. So for y equals f of x minus k, so when x equals 0, y is equal to 0 is given because it's going to the origin. So that means 0 has to equal to f of 0 minus k. So So which means 75 minus k, so k has to be 75. Fx has a minimum point at x equals 5 over 2 because it's basically the root from the first bracket here. When 2x minus 5 squared equals 0, 2x minus 5 is 0, so x equals 5 over 2. So anyway, f of 5 over 2 is 0. So f of 0 plus c equals to 0 because of the translation. So that means 0 plus c has to be 5 over 2. So therefore c has to be 5 over 2. Okay, I know it's a bit confusing, guys, but you just have to see the logic behind it. It's a translation by 5 over 2, isn't it? If it's not, then it would not be in the origin, would it? Okay. Now part B, f of x equals to 4x cubed minus 8x squared minus 35x plus 75 when you expand it. So if you differentiate it, you get f dash x equals to 12x squared minus 16x minus 35 as required. And then now we move on to the last part of the paper, part C of question 10. So when x equals to 3, f dash of 3 equals to 12 bracket 3 squared minus 16 bracket 3 minus 35, so that works out to be 25. So the gradient at A is 25. So what we need to do now, we need to go back to the equation and find what other points are giving us 25. So when f dash x is equal to 25, 12x squared minus 16x minus 35 is equal to 25. So you get a quadratic again, 12x squared minus 16x minus 60 is equal to 0. So I divided everything by 4, so that becomes 3x squared minus 4x minus 15 equal to 0. So I factorized it. It works out 3x plus 5x minus 3 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 5 over 3, or x equal to 3. So x equal to 3 is already the point A. So point x at B is minus 5 over 3. I did work out the y coordinate, but it's not required. So you don't have to work out the full coordinate. So this is the answer, minus 5 over 3. Alright guys, so I hope it went well. I hope everyone's got good marks and you don't have to resit it or anything like that. So good luck with everything and good luck with the coming exams.